Michael, here we go again, dude. Another day, another developer down, right? It kind of, man, here we go. Song of Nunu? Developer Tequila Works announces layoffs and a project cancellation. Our good friend David Caracasoli, dude, I always mess up his last name. So funny. He's over at PSU, though. Go check him out. Great friend of the show. Tequila Works, the indie studio behind games like Rhyme, Gylt, which launched on Stadia. I just got to point that out. And most recently, Song of Nunu, a Legend of Legends story, has announced that it is canceling an unannounced game project and laying off a small number of developers. The news was published to the studio's LinkedIn page, spotted by VGC, where the studio says that these decisions were made so that it could put all its focus behind a singular project it's currently working on. It doesn't specify or suggest what that singular project is, but the news of these layoffs and the game cancellation do reveal that this next project will be significant in determining the future of the studio, when it's already such a tumultuous time in the industry. Quote, with deep regret, we must inform of the decision to cancel an unannounced game. This tough decision means we will be restructuring the studio to concentrate on the development of only one game. These changes will have an impact to a small number of roles at the studio. This is an incredibly difficult time, and our focus is to provide support and guidance to those affected. End quote. Michael, dude, we talk about how many games come out on a daily basis, and yet we still are losing developers.
I mean, it's just one of those things, right? Feels like almost every other day there's like 5-6 games coming out. There's just a lot of competition right now for people's wallets, for their time, and unfortunately, this is the downside. I guess the one small benefit, at least, this isn't a mass layoff studio shutdown like we've seen recently in the past. Never want to see anyone lose their job, but it sounds like at least a majority of the company still going to be able to stick around, focus on this one project. Now, of course, if this project doesn't come out, we'll have to keep our eyes on it, keep you guys updated when we hear what Tequila Works puts out. If this one bombs, this press release kind of says, like, yeah, if this goes south, studio's done, which never going to be a great environment to be working on if you know, like, hey, if this bombs, we're absolutely tanked, especially if you get bad feedback from early tests, early alphas. So curious to see what the timeline for this game is, especially look at next year, right? Like, if you're Tequila Works and you've got a game that's ready to go and needs to ship in 2025 to keep the lights on, where are you putting it, right? We've already talked about several times how busy the start of the year is. We know about the behemoth at the end of the year. If you're a studio that's trying to say, we've got to get this game to hit so we can keep going, 2025 is not the best time to be having a game to have to put out to keep everything running and keep everybody paid, Drew.
No, absolutely, right? There's a lot of pressure right now at Tequila Gameworks. It's a lot of pressure, I think, within our industry to keep studios alive at this point. Even from AAA all the way down to small indies. Dude, making games in this industry is tough. Like, you see, we talk about it almost at least weekly, I feel, that there's another studio hit with layoffs. There's another studio hit with layoffs. Like, what do they need to do to hit in the right moment where they take that spotlight and go, hey, have you heard of this game? Dude, everybody's playing this game. You need to play this game. Go pick it up, right? They need that hype. But with so many games dropping all the time, such an influx of games, and not all of them are good, a lot of them suck. So to make sure that yours is better than everybody else, take that spotlight to take the, hey, this streamer's streaming this game. This stream is on this one, right? And then you get into the live service model. Dude, the industry right now is just in such a weird place. I'm questioning what the future of it really looks like, right? We talked about the monopolization of it the other day. Now that Ubisoft's in conversation with Tencent, like, how's that work, right? There goes another studio getting taken over. So the pie becomes smaller in some respect, but then it brings other opportunities too for a smaller studio like Tequila Works to hopefully figure it out and get that spotlight that they need to shine.